All right, all right. Was Charles Barkley the second best player on the 1992 Dream Team? Was he the second best player? All right. I'm watching the Pivot podcast, and Charles Barkley says that he was the second best player on that team. Let's check. Let's take a look at the video. All right.
Mike got the notoriety, Bird got the notoriety, and Magic got the notoriety. Did you feel some type of way?
No, I'm gonna tell you why, Fred. Number one. Okay, let me tell you something else. Chuck Daly said to me, he said, Charles, can I talk to you a second? I said, yeah, Chuck, anything. He says, you're the second best basketball player in the world. I said, who bet me? He says, that motherfucker right there. I said, you're right about that. I says, but thank you. And I said, and I've said it many times, that's the best compliment I've ever gotten from somebody. I said, I actually agree with you. I said, but you know what? I'm gonna put an end to that next year. I said, we're playing them motherfuckers in the finals. Yeah. And I'm gonna bring. I said, because the next year I'm going to Phoenix, and I said I got Dan Marley, Kevin Johnson. I said we're going to the fucking finals.
KJ.
And when I got to Phoenix, I told those guys the first day. I said, guys, we're going to the finals. We're gonna play that motherfucker from Chicago. I said, I'm sick of people telling me he's better than me. I just didn't have no help in Philly. Yeah. And I says we're gonna play them in the championship, and we got there and they beat it. And that was the first time I ever said in my life, damn. I think there's somebody better than me at basketball.
That's the first time in your life.
In my whole life. Because I said Magic was great, but he had Worthy and Kareem.
Yeah.
I had Manute Bol and Shelton Jones. Of course he's going to be better. Bird had McHale and Parrish. But I said, like, no, these dudes ain't better than me. They just got more help. But when Chuck gave me that compliment, it meant a great deal to me. But to get back to your point, you know, Fred, the reason I wasn't upset.
Wow. You know what? When you think about it, in 1992, like, Charles Barkley was a beast. I mean, he was a beast beyond 1992 as well. But, like, dude was a beast, man. And when you look back at that team, like, all right, you had Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. But if you remember, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson was on the decline. Okay, they was on the decline, all right? You had David Robinson there, but David Robinson wasn't, like, the MVP David Robinson yet. Now, Hakeem Olajuwon, he wasn't on that team because he wasn't considered a U.S. citizen. Now, had he been on that team, Dream would have been the number 1 or number 2 best player on that team. Dream Team, you know what I'm saying? He had John Stockton, Karl Malone. I mean, Malone was still a beast, but I don't think that I don't think Malone was better than Barkley in 1992. I don't know. The only people that will probably agree to that are probably Utah Jazz fans. I don't know, but I rocks with Mailman back then though. Who else was on that team? Chris Mullin? No. Clyde the Glide? You can make an argument. Clyde Drexler. You can make an argument. Clyde was a bad dude, man. Don't let what the whole stuff in that Last Dance thing fool you and stuff like that. Because, see, here's the thing. Barkley, he lost to Jordan too, just like Clyde did, all right? But you can make a fair argument that Charles Barkley was the second best player. You know, I know he was always one of my favorite players growing up. Another great player that wasn't on that Dream Team, and it was because of injury, was Dominique Wilkins. You can make a case that Dominique Wilkins was better than Barkley, or at least, but I do believe they both was on the same level. Both experienced the same similar situations where Wilkins did not have as much help, did not have a lot of help on his team, the same way Charles Barkley did, as far as to compete with championships. You know, so that's what separated Bird and Magic and Jordan from the Barkleys and the Dominique Wilkins. At that time, they had, you know, they had championship coaches. They had a great supporting cast, so they can go out there and compete for a championship. But when Barkley did go to Phoenix, they did make it to the finals, and they did lose. But hey, it's nothing wrong with being the second best if Michael Jordan's on your team. All right, so, but yeah, man, Barkley was a beast, man. Go back and look at some Charles Barkley highlights. Dude was a beast, man. But I tell you what, share your thoughts in the comment section below and let me know, what do you think about Charles Barkley? Do you think he was the second best player on the Dream Team? If you don't think he was the second best player, where would you rank Charles Barkley in 1992 on that Dream Team? We're talking about in 1992, all right? We're not talking about, well, David Robinson got rings and all that stuff. No, David Robinson had no rings in 1992 unless he was married, okay? We're talking about 1992. Who was the second baddest mofo on that Dream Team, all right? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit that like and subscribe button.